I'm Chef Gabe, and this is Under the Hood. We're gonna have to use our imagination here. I just wanna paint a picture of how we're gonna smoke the mushrooms. We're gonna generate a little smoke box. We have soaked wood chips that are hickory. You could use apple, you could use mesquite. It's all up to you what flavor you wanna achieve. First thing, we're gonna add the little smoke chips to the bottom of the pot in a simple pile. You wanna put just enough to create and generate enough smoke. If we were to fill the bottom of this pot, it would be way too smoky. To keep the mushrooms away from the bottom, we're gonna use these foil balls. And then we're gonna use a simple pie pan. It's gonna hold the mushrooms while the smoke generates below it. We're gonna put it on top, and then it's our smoke rig. These are washed, organic, chef mix mushrooms. You can get these at Whole Foods, anywhere that has a clean mushroom. These are grown hydroponic, so there's no dirt. And we're gonna keep them in clusters. The reason why is if we were to take them apart, it would adhere too much smoke and your sauce would be way too smoky. To get your rig started, we're gonna put your pot or pan on medium-high heat. So you wanna place these mushrooms right above your little foil balls. You cover it, you're gonna let it go for about 30 minutes. Don't be worried if your smoke is still going. You can add a little water, or you can just let it go or set it outside. As you can see, our mushrooms have been smoked and the color is dramatically changed. You can do multiple things with them. You could roast them off, cool them, throw them in a salad, or you can put them in on pasta. But what we're gonna make a sauce with them. We're gonna cut some of these mushrooms up just so they get a little bite size. Now the big clusters we can just pull apart with our hands. We're gonna need a little shallot, a little bit of chopped garlic, margarine, salt, pepper, beef stock, and our most important ingredient is our Baron Herzog cap. In case you didn't know, Tierra Sur is located inside Herzog wine cellars where this wine is made. First thing you need to start with is a nice heated pan. You'll see light smoke. We heat it up with some light oil. We're gonna add our shallots. And you wanna hear that sizzle? And we're just gonna sweat these shallots so they're nice and translucent. Now we're gonna add our mushrooms. Once the mushrooms are nice and supple and they look like they kind of rendered down a little bit, then it's time to add our garlic. So our little chopped garlic, and we're gonna sprinkle it around. Once our garlic is nice and cooked, we're gonna add a little salt. Just make sure that you season it evenly. We're gonna add a little pepper. We're gonna stir these mushrooms up one more last time. And we're gonna add our wine. And we're gonna add about a quarter cup. Once our wine's in the sauce and reduced just a little bit, we're gonna add our beef stock. We're gonna add about another cup of stock, and we're gonna let this mushroom sauce come to a simmer and reduce just a little bit. It's been 6 to 8 minutes. We're gonna check for seasoning and see if we have enough liquid. If we need to add a little bit more, we will. The sauce looks nice and thick. Now let's taste. It's good. Now we're gonna add our little margarine, just to give it a little richness, a little thickness. And I say 1 or 2 tablespoons, you're good for this amount of sauce. We're gonna lower our flame. We're gonna just incorporate this margarine just so the sauce gets nice and thick. At this point, you could shut it off. This can go over mashed potatoes and go by itself on its side. And it's just a great sauce to go with chicken, fish if you don't use beef stock, any meat. I'm just gonna tear a little parsley leaf on top.